also been the lead singer of a band, a Phil B, but you're not doing that anymore, right?
No, I'm not, yeah. That's, you know, it's kind of, there's a little bit of heartache with that because I enjoyed it very, very much, and it was actually one of the things that was happening kind of in between doing acting jobs. You know, you kind of got this time to fill, and music's a huge passion of mine, and excites me, inspires me, does everything for me, as I'm sure it does with, you know, a lot of people.
Can you see yourself doing the rock star thing, like, full-time, eventually, one of these days?
No, not right now, you know? You never say never, right?
Yeah.
And I think, look, I kind of had... It's a really interesting thing. I mean, if you look back, and the reason why I said this is because I read a book about Jim Morrison, The Doors, and it's kind of what I'm trying to talk about is how the arts, I feel, should be interdependent and shouldn't be independent of one another. You know, often you find skeptics who will talk about, oh, musicians shouldn't be actors and actors shouldn't be musicians. But if you look at it in a larger...
It's just creativity, though, isn't it?
Yeah, if you look at it in a larger scale, they are so interdependent. You know, we get inspired for films through music. You know, you only have to look at Quentin Tarantino, who said whenever he's having an idea for a film, what he does is he'll go through his record collection. You know, he'll lay back and he'll start imagining a narrative and a story and characters, and it all comes through. And I think that's a very interesting thing, you know, and we are inspired, you know, acting and stage and, you know, all different types of art are inspired through music or inspired for a film. You saw a film and then you wrote a song about it or something like that. So I feel like it should be, I don't feel like anyone should feel or should have any reservations about pursuing another art form just because they're established in one or yeah, established in one, really. So, you know, never say never, but at the moment I'm kind of doing some things that I feel really good about within acting, so far, that's that.
You're starting work on the latest screen adaptation of Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
And you shall be playing Tybalt,
yes.
Juliet's fiery cousin.
Yes.
How are you going to make that character different from Tybalt's gone by?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I shall, you know what,
Am I making you think?
Because, yeah, I'm in a very early stage of putting my character together, so I'm not sure at this stage, to be completely honest. You know, for hundreds of years, people have played Tybalt. It's an incredibly interesting character. You know, his fire, his loyalty, his tribalism, you know. It's going to be an interesting one to play, and, you know, I'm going to be around fantastic actors and actresses. Haley Steinfeld's playing Juliet, who was amazing in True Grit. So I think it's going to be an interesting experience.
So you said that you're not only ready to do something else, but really ready to do something else. Do you think that you've taken Chuck as far as you can?
Well, I mean, when I say something like that, it's, you know, I'm just referring to, you know, I'm somebody who is ambitious and somebody who wants to go on a kind of different creative journey, you know, and do something else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I had so much fun playing this character. You know, you only have to look at people who've done it in film. You know, I recently just went and saw the new Pirates of the Caribbean film, and then I saw Johnny Depp was doing a small interview when he was at the premiere for it in London, and he was saying, they were asking him, "Are you going to do another one?" And he was saying, you know, if the story's right and we have somewhere to go, and we can keep telling a story about this character and see where else it can go, then why not, you know? And that's the same way I feel with Gossip Girl, you know? If we can keep telling a story that's relevant, that's interesting, and, you know, you're not beating a dead horse, then I'm more than happy to be part of that. So yeah, but of course, you know, as an actor, as somebody who wants to play different roles, you know, I want to do other things, and recently I've finished a film called J. Edgar, which I got a part in, which was Clint Eastwood's new film. And I play a young FBI agent. It's the story of J. Edgar Hoover. And, you know, for me, it was, you know, a chance to, whilst I'm on the break from doing Gossip Girl, to go and do something else and be part of a different story.
What was it like working with Clint Eastwood?
Really, really great, as you can imagine. Super relaxed, intuitive man who knows what he wants, knows it when he sees it. You know, reminded me a lot of Anthony Minghell's film set, which was quiet. Everyone focused on the work, and you know, the atmosphere of just being there was enough.
Gossip Girl is going into its 5th season,
Yes.
Which is a really good innings, I think, for any TV show in this day and age, because they're just so fleeting and transient.
Yes.
How far do you think the show still has to run?
That's a million-dollar question, really. I don't know. You know, as far as I know, we're going to start work on July 7th, doing the 5th season, and we'll do that, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not up to me. It's really not.
If it were up to you,
yeah,
how would you want it to end? The final.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't know. I've survived being shot. I've done a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I think Chuck Bass should lose all his money, and then there's like this really interesting end to whether or not Blair and him can put a life together as normal people do and go and get normal jobs. So yeah.
I was thinking of sort of a.
Please tell me you've got something better, because I wasn't too impressed.
No, mine's plagiarised. So I would think Blair is about to become Blair Bass.
Yes.
Everybody's in the church.
Okay.
Dynasty-style death fest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll pitch it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, get back to me.
I feel like yours more than mine, but we'll see what happens.
This was such fun. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.